Pakistan's infrastructure, that means no repayment. These are grants, not loans. Job creation. Most of the work here that you see represented in these photos and these displays was all constructed by Pakistanis, managed by Pakistanis. It means job creation for local communities. And they're projects that are carefully tailored to meet the needs of local communities where they're situated. I would also say they also represent an ongoing commitment. So we've continued to be involved with these institutions. They're living institutions in many cases, which is our goal when we set them up, to have them be self-sustaining and to live on as symbols of the partnership between our two countries. So the results have been improved quality of life in many of these communities, more money in the local economy, and returns on investment that last long after the project is completed. With that, I'd be glad to take a couple of questions.
The first question comes from PTV.
Sir, Excellency, Pakistan ranks top 10 countries worldwide affected by climate change. What initiatives is the US undertaking to support Pakistan in addressing climate change?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a critical question. One the Prime Minister talked about at COP recently. Pakistan is vulnerable to these phenomenon, and I think we're doing a lot of things to try and help Pakistan. I kicked off last week in Islamabad our new Climate Smart Agriculture program that is aimed at helping farmers develop climate-resistant agricultural methods. It's bringing technology and private sector into agriculture in a way that will help farmers deal with the impact of climate change. We'll put more money in farmers' pockets, and it will help that critically important sector of the economy deal with what we're seeing with regard to climate change impacts. In addition, you look at the infrastructure that we've got here, it's built to standards that can be resilient in the face of climate change. Many of the school buildings that you see here were flood relief centers because they're designed and capable of managing impacts like that. They're designed to last and be part of an infrastructure that can help people deal with these impacts on their lives. So we think about that a lot in the context of all the projects we do, and we'll be looking for new ways to try to help in the future.
Thank you very much. Second and final question comes from Fiber TV.
Congrats for Trump victory, and this is very leading opportunity for us. What do you think about future plan about President?
Look, the United States went to elections recently. The U.S. public had a chance to vote and make their voices heard. This is what our democracy is all about. We, of course, have one president at a time in the United States, so there will be a transition at its appointed time in January. Until then, the Biden administration will continue to perform its duties, and I'm not in a position to anticipate anything in particular, but I would just point out that the U.S.-Pakistan partnership is enduring over 75 years, and I expect that will continue.
Sorry, we do have the Fiber TV question for you, sir.
Sir, over 7 decades, we have seen the U.S. aid has played a significant role in shaping the relationship between U.S. and Pakistan. Like, we've had numerous successful development projects together. So what steps are being taken further to enhance the cooperation between U.S. and Pakistan in terms of development and infrastructure?
I'll just reiterate again. You see the evidence here of not just projects that were built and left, but ongoing commitments. So you'll see institutions, the people that Phil, as the planning minister eloquently said, the software that goes with the hardware is very important to us too. So we retain a commitment to these institutions and continue to work with them. In many cases, these education institutes, the research institutes, continue to maintain very strong partnerships with U.S. universities that they were set up to work with. For us, both the infrastructure and the people-to-people ties are extremely important. They're both part of the same broader effort. So we'll continue to work on these and new projects as they come along. We work and try to set out new priorities. We've talked about some of those. They include helping Pakistan reach its renewable energy goals. They include helping Pakistan deal with water management issues. And of course, as we spoke, they are focused as well on modernizing Pakistan's agriculture sector. So I think there's lots of exciting opportunities that we're looking at in the future, and we'll be there to support Pakistan in those efforts.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ambassador. Thank you, President.
Yeah.